Hello and welcome back to AVGeek Trip Reports. Happy New Year and good evening from JFK's TWA Hotel. Today we are flying from New York's JFK to San Francisco on American Airlines Airbus A321 Transcon. I'll be sitting in American Airlines Flagship first, seeing what it is like to fly trans-continental on American Airlines. Let's go! I had about 12 hours here at the TWA Hotel and I wanted to make the most of it. It is definitely a place I would recommend all the aviation geeks to go, if they have the chance. There's so much history and it's just a really cool place to be. It's crazy to believe that this was a real terminal back in the 1960s. The rooftop pool and bar is insane. To be so close to the airport's daily operations is amazing. I would have loved to go for a swim, but I unfortunately wasn't going to be at the hotel while the pool was open. Luckily, I did get to see the TWA Constellation. The Constellation they have on site was a real aircraft that actually flew for TWA. It was even used as Air Force One for a period of time. It's crazy to see how far aviation and the technology in the cockpit has come. Well, after an amazing time here, it's time to get some sleep. We have a long day ahead. Good afternoon from John F. Kennedy International Airport. As I mentioned earlier, I am flying to San Francisco on American's Airbus A321 Transcon. Flight time today is scheduled at 6 hours and 50 minutes, so definitely a long one. We have about 24 minutes until we start boarding, so I sat down and did some plane spotting in this gorgeous sunlight. AA's largest aircraft, the 777-300, passed right in front of me. What a sight. And just like that, I had boarded and was ready for takeoff.
Smoking, including electronic cigarettes, at any time, tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in the lavatories may result in a fine. U.S. law requires all to comply with lighted and posted signs and crew member instructions.
And now here's the part where I tell you that my camera stopped recording after this. So, yeah. Welcome on board this Airbus A321 Transcon. Today's aircraft is laid out in a 4-cabin configuration. The Flagship first cabin is laid out in a 1-1 configuration, giving every passenger direct aisle access. There are 10 seats up front, offering 62 inches of pitch and 21 inches of width. I can definitely say I'm looking forward to the next 6 hours. In the second cabin are 20 business class seats. This cabin is laid out in a 2-2 configuration. Only the C and D seats have direct aisle access, so this might cause some problems for the people sitting in the A and F seats. These seats offer 59 inches of pitch and 19 inches of width. These are the same seats that were found on American's Boeing 757, but these seats have a personal IFE screen at each seat. Next up is Main Cabin Extra and Main Cabin. Main Cabin Extra and Main Cabin are laid out in a 3-3 configuration. Main Cabin Extra offers 35 inches of pitch and 17.3 inches of width. Main Cabin offers just a little less pitch, coming in with 31 inches of pitch and 17.3 inches of width. Welcome to my seat 2A. I'm actually quite impressed with this seat. I believe it will do me just fine on this 6.5 hour flight. Right in front of you is the IFE screen. Below that is your footrest. There is no storage underneath it, so your bag will just have to sit on the floor or go up in the overhead bin. Next to that is a couple of storage spots. Above that is the tray table. The space above it is really large and makes for a good place to put your drink, items when you're not using them, or if you don't want to have the table out. Next to that is another storage spot with a wall outlet. Then, your main control panel. There is a light, your seat controls, a headphone jack for the IFE, a USB plug, and your IFE remote. On the back of the seat in front of you, there's a coat hook. To your right, there's an armrest. The armrest can be raised or lowered, allowing you to get out of your seat while you have the tray table out. The light that is by the IFE remote has 3 settings. There is also a button to control the light that is located in the storage compartment by your feet. The button to control the light in the storage compartment is next to the seat controls. On today's flight, I was provided with a couple of amenities. They gave everyone in the first class cabin a throw pillow and a blanket. They are made by Casper and are very nice. They also gave a larger pillow as well as another larger blanket. These were super comfortable. Well, I may or may not have forgotten to take a look at the Infiniti Kit while I was enjoying the other aspects of the flight. However, one was provided. It didn't have anything special in it, but it did include a couple things that you would expect to see on a flight of this length. Had an eye shade, socks, lotion, a pin, earplugs, and a dental kit. All in all, not bad. As expected, this seat is a fully flat bed. It can be customized to your liking. There are a couple of presets already there for you, including sleeping and takeoff and landing position. There wasn't an overwhelming amount of customization options, but it was a fair amount. The headrest on this seat is also adjustable. You can fold the outer pieces to fit your head. And with that out of the way, it's time to eat. The tray table comes out by pushing a button on the handle. You can unfold it and adjust it a little bit. It is very large and does a great job. On today's flight, there are a couple of different food options. Here's the menu. If you would like to read the menu, you can pause the video. After I had chosen my food, the flight attendant came around and set our tables. I was kind of surprised to see a full service with metal cutlery. Although, I am definitely not complaining. We were first provided with nuts and olives. I ate all the nuts, but I will say that I'm not a fan of the olives. After that came our small plate. I ordered the beet poke and was very happy to say that it was delicious. I also got a piece of the pretzel bread, which is very good as well. I ended up skipping the soup and went straight to the next salad. This was a summer salad mix with oranges and spicy roasted sunflower seeds. It was pretty good. For my main dish, I got the beef fillet. This came with potatoes, carrots, and mushrooms. I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms, so I didn't eat them, but the rest of the meal was very good. It was a little dry, but all in all, pretty good. Finally, dessert, the part I have been waiting for. I was very excited to see the ice cream sundae option on the menu. I ordered everything on it except for butterscotch. Man, it was good. I ordered it again on my flight back to JFK. After the meal service was done, I decided to sit back and watch a movie. The IFE can be accessed by clicking the button below it. The touchscreen IFE was very responsive, and I was very happy with the selection of movies it had to offer. The only downside of Americans in-flight entertainment is the amount of ads that are played. You get one right before you access the library for the first time, and I was shown ads almost every time I started a new movie. Anyway, your flight stats are shown at the bottom of the screen. AA offers a selection of movies, TV shows, games, and music. They offer a ton of movies, and I highly doubt that someone wouldn't be able to find something to watch. As well as the IFE screen being touchscreen, you can also use the remote to control the TV. Personally, I like to use the remote to display the moving map while watching my movie on the IFE screen. And just like that, we're getting closer to San Francisco. Right before landing, the flight attendants passed out warm chocolate chip cookies. It was very good. Soon after, they prepared the cabin for arrival. Well, good morning to those of you who are still with us. Welcome to San Francisco. I got to do a little bit of plane spotting this morning as my hotel was right on the water outside of the 28 runways. This United 787-9 was coming in from Singapore. Another United, this time a 777-300. He was just about to land from Sydney, but he had to go around due to a departing FedEx. It wasn't that close, but close enough to cause a go-around. Bet those pilots weren't that happy about having to go around after a 13-hour flight. Here it is coming back around, making a safe landing on runway 28 left. Well, I would like to thank every one of you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.